The amazing Amazon. The amazing Amazon. Focus question. What makes the Amazon a unique habitat? Chapter Chapter 1. There is a place. There is a place where monkeys swing and howl. Jaguars leap from tree to tree. Bananas and pineapples grow for free. Tiny frogs live in flowers and pink-colored dolphins swim in the river. This is where storms come often and where the air is sweet. Some sunlight filters through the vines and leaves, but it is mostly dark here on the ground. It is hot, steamy, and surprisingly still, except for the rainwater that trickles down from leaf to leaf. You hear a slow sound, drip, drip, drip. Your skin is sweaty. An insect lands on your neck and an ant quietly walks across your sandal. Suddenly, a little brown monkey swings to a nearby branch and then a bright green bird flutters past. Welcome to the Amazon rainforest. Rainforests. Tropical rainforests live up to their name. They are forests where it rains a lot. In fact, a typical tropical rainforest receives between 150 to 400 centimeters, 59 to 157 inches of rain each year. They are also warm. Their temperature averages between 25 degrees and 35 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainforests are green year-round. Their hot, humid, and rainy climate is perfect for tall trees, vines, ferns, and other plants. The really thick parts of rainforests are what we call jungle. Tropical rainforests cover a small part, about 6% of Earth's surface, but over half, 50% of the world's plant and animal species are found in them. Rainforests usually lie in tropical areas near Earth's equator. Most of the world's rainforests are in Africa, Southeast Asia, and South America. The Amazon. The Amazon rainforest lies in South America. It is the largest tropical rainforest in the world, and it has more kinds of insects, plants, and animals than any other place on Earth. Every year, scientists discover new species of insects and plants here. The Amazon River flows through the heart of this rainforest. It is like a huge sea of fresh water. Thousands of other rivers and streams empty into it. Catfish, piranhas, and dolphins all live in the Amazon River. This book will take you on a tour of an Amazon rainforest. You will travel from the tallest trees to the rainforest floor. Along the way, you will meet an eagle, monkey, jaguar, and ant. You will even hear what these Amazon natives would say if they could talk. So just how big is the Amazon River? The Amazon River can be more than 48 kilometers, 30 miles across at its widest point during the rainy season. It flows almost 6,437 kilometers, 5,000 miles to the Atlantic Ocean. Within its mouth is an island the size of Switzerland. The river's Arapaima fish can grow to be 3 meters, 10 feet long, and weigh 180 kilograms, 400 pounds. Its volume of water is greater than the next 8 largest rivers combined. From the Amazon Yearbook. Sloths are slow-moving animals. They seem to just hang out upside down in the trees. Sloths get covered in algae, which helps them blend into the forest. Sammy was voted most likely to survive, but least likely to succeed. The tapir is a big hoofed animal that is related to the horse and the rhinoceros. Tapirs often weigh well over 136 kilograms, 300 pounds. Tapir like to take baths in the river and look for food when it is dark. Tamara was voted best personality. From the Amazon Yearbook. At around 1.2 meters, 4 feet long, the capybara is the world's largest rodent, but Katie doesn't like to be called a big rat. Capybara's webbed feet help them swim. Katie was voted most likely to win the rat race. The Poison, a real frog, has super bright colors that warn other animals that its skin is poisonous. Indians in the Amazon rainforest drip their arrows into this poison for hunting. Palo was voted most dangerous amphibian. Chapter 2: Layers of the Rainforest. To better understand the rainforest, scientists have divided it into 4 layers or sections. You can think of it like a 4-story building. The highest trees make up the top floor or the emergent layer. The next highest trees make up the canopy layer. Below them is the understory layer, and at the bottom is the rainforest floor. High risers. The tallest trees of the rainforest are called the emergents. They resemble big umbrellas that rise high above the thick forest. Emergents are exposed to lots of sun, wind, rain, and lightning. Big roots support these giant trees because rainforest soil is shallow. Tree roots often grow above the ground. The kapok tree, for example, has roots that extend out like wooden walls. These roots are so big that your whole class would hide behind just one of them. Not many animals live in the emergence layer. Some birds and butterflies do visit to eat leaves and fruit. One huge bird, the harpy eagle, actually lives up there, high above the Amazon. The harpy eagle. Where's the interviewer? Hello there, Harpy. Is it true that you are the largest eagle in the Americas? Harpy, I think so. In your people terms, I am about 1 meter tall, which is over 3 feet high. Where's the interviewer? It looks like you have some big wings as well. Harpy, oh, these things? I was born with this. If I stretch them out like this, they're longer than most people. You see? My wingspan is 2 meters across, which is about 6.5 feet. Flying fast really helps me find food. Where's the interviewer? What is your favorite food? Harpy, oh, I like pizza delivered to my door. Just kidding. There's no pizza here in the rainforest. I hunt sloths, monkeys, and fellow birds. Monkeys are probably the tastiest. Where's the interviewer? Is that what your big talons are for? Harpy, yep, these meat hooks can scoop unsuspecting animals right off of tree branches. Where's interviewer? Do you ever fear revenge like a monkey uprising? Harpy, no, I'm the top bird around here. I built my stick nests in the tallest trees where monkeys don't normally go. Hey, there's a monkey now. I'll see you later. Crazy canopy. The rainforest's real action is in the canopy layer because this is where most plants and animals live. It is like a thick roof woven out of tree branches, plants, and vines. Many trees in the canopy are covered with climbing vines and epiphytes, which are plants that grow on top of others. Most of the rainforest's flowers, fruit, and seeds are found in this layer. With so much good canopy food, it makes sense that animals hang out here. Many animals rarely come down to the ground. They eat, sleep, hunt, and give birth high up in the trees. Sloths, toucans, and parrots are just some of the canopy's resistance. The hardest one to ignore is probably the howler monkey. Its name befits its behavior, as these monkeys howl and scream to keep other animals out of their territories. Bromeliads are cone-shaped plants that grow on trees. Their cones catch a lot of rainwater and form little swimming pools high above the ground, where tiny frogs, salamanders, and crabs live, and the mosquitoes and dragonflies lay their eggs. The howler monkey. Rest interviewer. Wow, that was one loud howl. Excuse me, but could you please stop screaming for one moment? I would like to ask you a few questions. Howler. Okay, but hurry up. If I don't scream like these, other monkeys may come into our territory. Rest interviewer. Do you always stay up here in the canopy? Howler. This is our home, my man. On the ground, there are some really big animals. It's a jungle down there. When it comes to safety, we don't monkey around. Up here, we can eat fruit, leaves, and flowers, and we can live in safety. Where's interviewer? Does your long tail help you? It looks prehensile, reaching the top. Scientists have found creative ways to study the top layers of rainforests. They have climbed with ropes and rudders, built platforms like tree houses, and gone up in cranes. A blimp has even lowered a raft of scientists down to the canopy. Howler. Yeah, if by prehensile you mean grab onto. My tail helps me climb, but my hands or feet are very useful for climbing too. Rest interviewer. You sure use big words for a monkey. Hey, stop the howling. If you can be heard from miles away, just think how loud it is for me. What makes you so loud anyway? Howler. I have a special bone in my windpipe. My throat is like a hollow sound box. See the big swelling under my chin? Here, touch it. Rest interviewer. Oh, that's not funny. You have sharp teeth. Okay, Mr. Monkey, you can go back to howling now. The darker story. The understory is in the third level of the rainforest. It is below the canopy and above the ground. This is where ferns, plants, and young trees grow. It is dark in the understory because very little light shines through the thick canopy. Understory plants grow leaves that are big and wide. That way, they have a better chance of catching some rays. Animals like to eat these big leaves. The understory is not nearly as busy as the canopy, but animals do live here. Poison arrows, frogs hide in the foliage. Snakes wrap around trees like vines. Birds peck and pull insects from the wood. A large cat such as jaguars live between branches. The jaguar. Rest interviewer. Hey, put me down and don't bite me, bad cat, bad big cat. Jaguar. Sorry, I think you are a monkey. Lucky you're not as tasty. Hey, what do you think you're doing here anyway? Rest interviewer. I can't interview you, the biggest cat in the Americas, Mr. Jaguar. Are you really 2.6 meters, 5.5 feet long? Jaguar. That's what they say, and I weigh 136 kilograms, 300 pounds too. Not many animals mess with me. By the way, you can just call me Jack. Interviewer. Okay, Jack, what do you do for exercise? Jack. I get bored with just one sport. That's why I cross-train. I run, swim, climb, fish, and hunt. Rest interviewer. What do you hunt? Jake. Lots of things. Sometimes I climb up in the canopy to eat sloths and monkeys. On the ground, I hunt peccaries, tapir, and yummy capybaras. On lazy days, I lie near the river and catch fish with my claws. When I'm really hungry, I kill caimans. Rest interviewer. Wow. I don't want to be in your powerful jaws ever again. If you will excuse me, I need to go now. Chapter 3. Keeping it clean. If you walked around the rainforest floor, you might be surprised. It is not just one thick jungle. Sure, you would see roots, ferns, herbs, and baby trees, but most of the green would be high above you. Earthworms, termites, fungi, and bacteria eat up the fallen fruit, leaves, and branches. They recycle it back into nutritious soil. When a big tree falls, they quickly munch it down into small pieces. Also on the ground are big animals like deer, tapirs, peccaries, and capybaras, but they are far outnumbered by the smaller spiders, beetles, and ants. Ant highways crisscross the rainforest floor. One kind of ant even parades around with leaves and flowers petals in its mouth. It is the famous leafcutter ant. Trivia question. In the Amazon rainforest, are there more mammals, birds, insects, or reptiles? Answer. Insects. There are more than 200 types of mosquitoes alone. There are well over 1,000 different kinds of butterflies, and just think of all the ants. The leafcutter ant. First interviewer. Hey, down there, yeah, you, the one carrying the big leaf over your head. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Do you have a moment? Mrs. Ant. Sure, but I do need to hurry back to the fungus garden because we're low on food. Red interviewer. Did you really just climb up a tree and cut off that leaf? Mr. Ant. That's correct. And now I'm carrying it back to our underground colony where smaller ants will chew it up into little spongy bits. Red interviewer. So you don't eat the actual leaf? Mrs. Ant. Miss Ant. No, we use the leaves to grow fungus. Then we eat the fungus. Want to try some? Where's the interviewer? No, thank you. I just had lunch. So tell me, what is it like underground? Miss Ant. We have deep rests with hundreds of chambers. In the middle rooms, small ants tend to our fungus gardens. Our only queen is in the different room. She can lie up for 30,000 eggs in one day. That's why there are almost 5 million of us here. Now, if you will excuse me, I need to sniff my way home. And please watch your feet. If you step on our trail, I might get lost. Chapter 4. Who? Me? Yes, you. Do you eat bananas? Do you like chocolate? Have you ridden a bicycle with rubber tires? Well, guess that. Bananas, chocolate, and rubber all grow in the Amazon rainforest. Many more things come from the Amazon too, such as medicines, wood, pineapples, and fresh air. The Amazon is a rich, living treasure. Insects buzz that do not even have names yet. Trees grow, fall, and turn back into soil. Rainstorms fill up rocks, swimming pools, and perhaps most importantly, plants of the rainforest take carbon dioxide from the air and replace it with oxygen. Humans and other animals need oxygen in order to live. The Amazon rainforest is a real place. Even if it is far away from you, the Amazon lives at this very moment. As you read these words, a jaguar slinks through the understory. Right now, a leaf-cutter ant marches back to a fungus garden. Somewhere in the Amazon, the scream of a howler monkey echoes throughout the forest. Can you hear it? Explore more. Did you like learning about the Amazon rainforest? Well, there's much more to see. If you do some research, you're bound to find some very interesting animals. First, at the library. Tell your librarian that you are interested in books about the Amazon rainforest. Second, on the web. In the address window, type www.google.com. Then type Amazon rainforest. Click on Google search. Read the colored links. Click on one that looks interesting. When you want to explore other links, click the back arrow on the top left. Or try a new search. Amazon River. Third, try these. Where do you live? Do you live in the rainforest? What about in the deserts, tundra or pine forest? Do you live on the coast or up in the mountains or out on the plains? You must live somewhere, right? If you live in a town or city, sometimes it can be hard to tell what kinds of region you live in. But there are clues all around. What kinds of trees and bushes grow nearby? What kinds of birds fly overhead? What is the weather like? Look around and investigate. If you're not sure, ask your teacher, librarian, parent, or friend. Once you figure it out, make a report. Draw a picture like the one on page 10, but make it for your area. What kind of insects, plants, and animals are native to your home? You could find this information by walking around outside. You could also ask other people, or you could read a book or search the web. You'll probably be surprised by the cool things you'll learn about your neighbors.